Hey guys, I've been developing a Unreal Engine 5 roguelike prototype, and I just wanted to showcase some of the core systems I have. Originally, this was for a portfolio piece, but I've just been kept adding systems, and it's been looking really good, so I just wanted to kind of showcase it. So far, this game supports both melee and ranged characters. This is the ranged character, as you see for the projectiles. The abilities are currently for range. I haven't made the melee abilities yet, but I'll go ahead and show you guys the melee's auto attack, which is just a simple box trace in front like this. I made it so it can hit multiple enemies, but only once per box trace, as you see. And I'll go ahead and switch back to range. This game also, one of the functions I have, one of the systems I have, is a stat system, as you see on my bottom right, with strength, vitality, agility, dexterity, precision, and armor. But I got rid of armor. I'm just not gonna have that in the game. Um, each item and level up will increase these certain stats based on the item and based on the level up that you choose. And these stats will change the gameplay of the character and also the gameplay effects of the character. Uh, all damage in the game so far runs through a shared damage pipeline that I've made, which will allow abilities and items to interact with the same combat events, just like in any other roguelike. The abilities I made also use a base class that handles the cooldowns, activation logic, and UI integration. Each ability then defines its own gameplay behavior. For example, my fireball, which I will show, shoots out a projectile, which will then do contact damage and then leave a fire patch on the ground like this. This fire patch deals the damage of AoE in the fire patch. I also have a blink ability, which will teleport me a short distance forward. And then I also have a chain lightning ability, which will hit the first enemy and then chain to the other enemies to a maximum that I have set, which I think is 5. So like that. Now, also you can see on my bottom right, that's some basic UI for the abilities. When I use one, it goes on cooldown, like that. And then when it's back on, the overlay goes away, and it can show that the cooldown's back up and ready to go. Now, I have some enemies right here. These enemies run on a behavior tree that support both melee and ranged. It will also support boss type enemies. All enemies inherit from the same shared base class, so that behaviors can be reused and expanded easily. On these enemies, the women are range and the men are melee. But on spawn, there's a chance for these enemies to be mutated, which will mean their gameplay effects are changed. So, for instance, I have some mutations where it just increases their speed. They're faster. I have some where they do more damage and they attack faster. And I have one that changes the effect of the enemy, which on death will make him explode. The idea of this was so one enemy could technically be expanded into however I want with these mutations. So, for instance, I'll go ahead and show that real quick. So, see as that one's faster, that is the speed mutations, yellow. The mutations are color coded, so I can tell. Now, the ranged enemies will get to a certain distance on me and start attacking me with projectiles like that. And then the enemies, the melee enemies, will run up to me and do a lot of damage like that. I'll go ahead and show the combat on these enemies right here. So I'll shoot a fireball right here, chain lightning them, blink away, all that. These orbs, or their XP, I made it into an orb that floats around you. So when I get it, I'm going to get a lot of XP at once. Like that. I'm level 3 now instead of 1. And I can choose which stat to increase. So I'll go ahead and choose strength. Now, the enemies also drop gold, which you see on my bottom left corner. I can use this gold to open up chests. The way chests work is they cost a certain amount of gold, but when I open up a chest, the next chests get more expensive based on the amount that I opened up. So I'll go ahead and open this one up, and it's a epic item, which is the lightning sword. I'll go ahead and show you that guy. I'll go ahead and show you that right now. So the lightning sword is a item that changes not just stats, but this item changes the gameplay effect. So this will make it so on hit of anything in my shared damage pipeline, it can trigger this item. And this item can also trigger itself up to a number that I want it to be, the max chain link, which I made it to be 5, but it's a very low proc coefficient. So it's most likely not going to happen, but it can when the items get crazy. So I'll go ahead and pick this up. And when I pick it up, it also have an inventory system that supports stackable items. So as you see in my top, on the middle center top, you see the item I have right there. I'll go ahead and pick up another item. This is the Still Heart. As you see in my bottom right, it also increases the stats. This is another effect changing item. This one will make an around me that deals damage. So like this. And this will deal damage. I'll pick up another one. Now it's the same item. When I pick up the same item, I don't want it to like make two items that have two of these items. So I made it when there's an increase in a stack, instead of having two items, I increase the variables in that item. So for this one, I increase the damage of the lightning proc, and I increase the chance of the lightning proc. So I'll go ahead and pick that up. And I'll go ahead and show you, I'll go ahead and pick up all these chests, and then I'll show you how they affect on the enemy. So another one of these, so I'll pick it up and it gets bigger like that. This is a legendary item. So far it does nothing. I'm going to make it into a crazy effect later, but it's just 50 to all stats. This is another one, so it's even bigger. This is just a common item, increases strength. Another one, so bigger. Another one, so bigger. Just gloves. And then another one, so bigger. So, the game also supports in the shared damage pipeline, I made it so I can crit based on my crit chance, which is the precision stat. Right now it's 61, so it's really high. So I'm going to be critting a lot. Like that, as you see. Those big numbers are crits. And you see, the damage aura is spawning that lightning strike, which is from the item. My melees can also do that, like that. My abilities can also do that, like this, with the fire dot damage, if it procs. Try it again. Like that. Same with chain lightning. Everything in the shared damage pipeline will do that. These chests also have a rarity system, which determines the item. It will determine the tier of the item. So it'll be common, uncommon, rare, epic, and then legendary. Which, as you saw already from the items. Now, all of these systems are designed to be modular, which means I can add new enemies, I can add new abilities, and I can add items extremely easily as development continues. That's kind of the core systems I have so far. There's much more that goes into it, but this is just basically the core systems. I'm going to continue developing the game as time goes on, and I'll keep showcasing. I hope you guys really enjoyed.